Hello LEGO fans, welcome back to LEGO 48. In my previous video, I walked you through the changes that make the Mod G ball pump what it is. I know that there are many of you out there that have built your own Mod F ball pumps, and in this bonus video, I'm going to walk you through the process of converting a Mod F to a Mod G. FYI, there's a change in the in basket that I didn't cover in the previous video, where I changed this slope assembly from a 1x1 cheese slope and 2 quarter-round tiles to a 1x2 curved slope and a single quarter-round tile. Since I made this change in the design for purely aesthetic reasons, I'm not including it as part of the conversion that we're doing today. Let's start by looking at all of the parts that are not in the Mod F that you'll need to add. The parts that are here in green are because we're converting a ball pump with a green accent color. So, starting with our Mod F ball pump, the first thing we're going to do is remove all of the lift arms that lock everything into place. And this is a good tip to remember, because if you ever have a problem with the ball pump and need to do maintenance on it, you'll do the same thing. You remove the lift arms, and then the entire chimney assembly at the top can come off in a single piece. This gets you right down to the flaps and the top of the lifting piston. If there's a problem, that's where it's likely to be. The side panels can come off in almost one piece, all the way down to the 1x6 brick. And then you can do the same thing on the right side with the other panel. Next, we'll take the 1x8 tile on the back and remove it, because that's going to be replaced with a pair of 1x4s. Then we'll remove the back panel. We'll grab the front window brick and roller at the same time and remove them, and then this entire front assembly can come off in one piece. We'll remove the left one and then the right one. This is the front feed slope, which comes off in one piece. In the back, remove the 3x3 wedge plates and quarter-round tiles and discard them. Next, we'll peel off the accent plates, and then we'll remove the bricks that make up the base of the in-basket, followed by the bricks in front. The slopes that are on the 1x8 plate will come off as a single piece, and we can do the same thing on the other side. The feed slopes at the front also come off as individual pieces, all the way down to the light gray 2x3 plates. Next, remove the agitator, and then take off the accent tiles. The Technic plate with the round tile comes off as a single piece, and then the 2x8s with the 2x3s on them can also be removed. I refer to this layer of dark gray plates as the mid plates. We'll remove the back mid plates, the front mid plates, and finally the center mid plates. These bricks get removed next, but we'll set 2 of those aside because we'll need them when we modify the agitator assembly. This panel in the front can be removed in one piece. Then we'll grab the agitator assembly and set it to the side. Of these 3 1x8 plates, 2 of those will be discarded and 1 gets set aside. Next, remove and discard the left rear column. In the right rear column, we'll take 1 of those 3 2x2 bricks and set it aside, and the other 2 will be discarded. Remove the motor. There's 2 1x2 bricks. 1 gets set aside, the other 1 gets discarded. Another 1x2 brick gets discarded, and then at the front, we'll need to remove this pin assembly. Now we can remove the entire piston assembly and set it aside. There's a 1x2 brick on the bottom that also has to be removed and discarded, and then we'll take this 2x4 plate and set it aside because it's going to come back, but not in the same place. Grab this 1x2 plate and move it over and down. Then let's remove this 1x2 Technic brick and put it over by the piston assembly because it will be built into that. Now I've gathered some of the newer pieces that I'm going to need to start building this back up again, starting with the 2x6 tile. Next, grab the 1x4 brick and the 1x2 inverted slope, and above that, place the 1x1 brick. Now let's work on the piston assembly. Start by removing the 10L axle and replace it with the 8L axle with end stop. Add to that the 1x2 Technic brick, the bushing, and the axle connector. Now grab this axle and gear at the back and pull that out, and then we can discard the 1x2 Technic brick. Replace it with the 1x8 Technic brick and the black pins, shove that axle back in, and then put the yellow axle through the Technic brick and into the axle connector. Now we can remove the pyramids from the lifting piston and the feed piston, and we'll replace those with our accent plates. If you want, you can also replace the 2x2 brick with one that's in the accent color. That's optional, so it's not listed as one of the conversion parts. If 2x2 bricks don't come in your accent color, then Mod G calls for it to be dark gray. Again, an optional change as you're doing your conversion. The entire piston assembly can now be mounted back on the base. Restore the pin assembly, and we'll add the 1x2 brick that we kept, the 1x4 brick, and the 1x2 slope. Then we'll bring back the 1x8 plate and add the two new 1x6 plates. In the back, we'll add the arches, the 1x2x2 brick, and the 2x2 brick that we had set aside. Now for the agitator assembly. We're going to remove that 2x2 brick and discard it. Then we're going to take the 2x8 plate with two 2x2 plates on top of it, and that's going to get inserted where that 2x2 brick was. Now grab the 2x4 and the 2x3 bricks that we had set aside earlier and add those to the agitator assembly. Restore the 2x4 and 2x3 bricks on the right side and the 1x2 in the center, and then we can mount the agitator assembly back in place. We need to restore that front panel and then put in the front mid plates, followed by the back mid plates. Now grab that 2x4 plate that we had set aside earlier and attach it to the bottom of the left rear mid plate. Now the center mid plates can be reinstalled. At this point, you are basically at the same place as having just completed step 51 in the Mod G instructions, so you could just follow the Mod G instructions from here. Start by putting the base plates for the in basket back in, put the center plate back in, and reinstall the accent tiles, the agitator, and the feed slopes. Reinstall the slope plates on either side, then add the base bricks for the in basket. Reinstall the bricks in the front, the feed slope, and the accent plates on the back. Then add the new accent colored wedges and 1x3 plates. Now we can install the front assemblies, the back panel, and both side panels. We'll add the 1x4 tiles to the back panel, reinstall the front window brick, and put the roller in place. That roller will want to roll out of there unless you lift the front up. So with the front lifted up and the roller in place, you can now place the entire chimney assembly back on top and snap it into place. Now's a good time to rotate the 40-tooth gear by hand and make sure that everything moves freely. If it does, reinstall the lift arms to lock everything in place. You now have a completed Mod G, and all you have to do is reattach the motor. I hope this conversion guide was helpful, and I hope you enjoy your new Mod G ball pump.